Once upon a time, there were two brothers named Wilbur and Orville Wright. They didn't grow up in a time where people could fly in planes like we do today. Back then, flying was just a dream, something people thought was impossible. But Wilbur and Orville were different. They believed they could make this dream come true. Wilbur and Orville lived in a small town in Ohio. They loved learning about how things worked. As kids, they were always curious and built all kinds of gadgets. One day, their father brought them a toy helicopter made of wood and rubber bands. It wasn't like the helicopters we see today, but when they wound it up, the toy lifted off the ground and flew. The brothers were amazed. This tiny toy sparked their love for flying. As the years went by, Wilbur and Orville became inventors. They worked in their own bicycle shop, fixing and building bikes for people. But they never forgot their dream of flying. They spent hours studying how birds flew and how they could build a machine that could fly like them. The brothers knew it would take a lot of hard work and trial and error, but they never gave up. They began building gliders, big machines with wings but no engines. At first, they didn't fly very well, but with each new glider, they learned more. The brothers traveled to a place called Kitty Hawk in North Carolina, where the strong winds would help their gliders take off. Finally, in 1903, after many tests and failures, they were ready to try something incredible. They built a new machine, one they called the Wright Flyer. This one had an engine and propellers, things that could help it stay in the air longer. On a cold and windy December morning, it was time to see if their invention could really fly. Orville was the first to climb aboard. He lay down on the machine and started the engine. The propellers whirred to life, and then slowly, the Wright Flyer began to lift off the ground. It flew for only 12 seconds, but that was enough. It was the very first time a machine with a person inside had flown. The brothers took turns flying the Wright Flyer that day, and each flight was a little longer than the last. By the end of the day, they had flown over 800 feet. It wasn't a long distance, but it was a giant leap for the future of flight. Wilbur and Orville's dream of flying had finally come true. Thanks to their hard work, courage, and determination, the world would never be the same again. Their invention opened the skies for everyone, and today, airplanes take people all over the world. The Wright brothers showed that with imagination and perseverance, even the wildest dreams can take flight.